everyone. So yeah, I've got my glasses on again, my reading glasses. So it's going to be another poem. I was just perusing through this little book, and I came across one that I thought was quite apt. I mean, people that know me will know that I've trained as a welder, an engineer. I love metalwork. I would love to have a forge and do what a blacksmith does. And I've just found a little poem. Well, it's not little, it's quite a long one, but it's called Tubal Cain. Who is it by? And it's by Mackay. So I shall read this out. Old Tubal Cain was a man of might in the days when earth was young. By the fierce red light of his furnace bright, the strokes of his hammer rung. And he lifted high his brawny hand on the iron glowing clear, till the sparks rushed out in scarlet showers as he fashioned sword and spear. And he sang, "Hurrah for my handiwork, hurrah for the spear and sword, hurrah to the hand that shall wield them well, for he shall be king and lord." To Tubal Cain came many a one, as he wrought by his roaring fire, and each one prayed for a strong steel blade as the crown of his desire. And he made them weapons sharp and strong, till they shouted loud for glee, and gave him gifts of pearl and gold, and spoils of the forest free. They sang, "Hurrah, Tubal Cain, whose hath given us strength anew. Hurrah for the smith, hurrah for the fire, hurrah for the metal true." But a sudden change came over his heart ere the setting of the sun, and Tubal Cain was filled with pain for the evil he had done. He saw that men with rage and hate made war upon their kind, that the land was red with blood they shed, in their lust for carnage blind. And he said, "Alas, that ever I made, or that shall of mine should plan, the spear and the sword for men whose joy so to slay their fellow man." And for many a day old Tubal Cain sat brooding o'er his wall, and his hand forebode to smite the ore, and his furnace smouldered low. But he rose at last with cheerful face and bought courageous eye, and bored his strong right arm for work, while the quick flames mounted high. He sang, "Hurrah for my handicraft," and the red sparks lit the air. Not alone, for the blade was bright steel made, and he fashioned his first ploughshare. And men taught wisdom from the past, in friendship joined their hands, hung the sword in the hall, and spear on the wall, and ploughed the willing land, and sang, "Hurrah for Tubal Cain." Our stanch good friend is he, and for the ploughshare and the plough, to him our praise shall be. But while oppression lifts his head, or a tyrant would be lord, thought we may thank him for the plough, we shall not forget the sword. Oh, yes, I thought that was quite apt, really. It's true though, all these weapons that are made for man to kill man, and it's even in nowadays, we have all these wars that are going on at the moment, with Ukraine and Russia. It's one greedy man wanting something else from somebody else's, country, and it's all toxic people. You can give them all the tools that you want to make a beautiful life, and they choose to take take what they want from who they want, you know, and they don't care who they kill in the process, and it's horrible. I mean, I can understand back in the day where we didn't have the intelligence, you know, hundreds of years ago we didn't have the intelligence that we do now, you know, and all the wars and that since. But we do have the intelligence now, and being, you know, wars have never solved anything. All they've done is killed innocent people. Just because one man says, I want what that other person's got, or what that other country's got. And it's horrible, it really is. We need to change, and we need to make something good out of something that's been so bad. We need to just get rid of all these toxic leaders that think war is the way forward, which it's not, you know. So many people have been killed over the centuries and centuries of wars, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands, even millions, I suppose, if you add it all up through history and time. You know, millions and millions of people have died, just for the sake of between an argument between who's right and wrong, or who I want this from you, or your country, or, you know, I want your resources, I want your oil, I want your gas, I want your gold and jewels, you know, silver, all your metals. And if you're not going to give it to us, we're going to take it by force. It's toxic behaviour, you know. It's the same as, you know, your toxic partner. If you're not going to do what I tell you to do, I'm going to force you to do it, you know, through pain and suffering. And that's all wars do, and it's horrible. But we can all make something good out of something bad. You know, even myself, I've made something good out of myself, out of something bad, with all the abuse and everything that I've gone through. You can. You don't have to go down that road of taking it out on other people, or taking it out on yourself. You know, you just understand who the people are doing it to you, and you can walk away. Well, I can anyway, because I know that they're dangerous for me in my life. So yeah, I just thought I'd do that little extra poem today, just because it just related to me, with the things that I like to do, metalwork and stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen a couple more, you know, that I'd like to read out, but I think I'll save them for another day. I've got to do my training session now. I've been putting it off until, you know, people are awake, so I can put my music up loud and dance away. So I shall do that next. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that little poem. And I shall see you again. Bye bye, everyone.